Knowing how to serve your spouse divorce papers in California is one of multiple critical steps for filing for divorce. It's the second step you should take after filing the proper paperwork. Specific rules govern this critical procedure to ensure the fair and legal notification of your spouse. To ensure their validity and proceed without unnecessary delay, you must follow these guidelines. To serve divorce papers in California, the first step is choosing a server. You cannot serve the papers yourself. Therefore, you must select a server to deliver the papers on your behalf. When selecting a server, you must make sure that they are at least 18 years old and are not part of your case in any way. Options for a server include a friend or relative, a professional process server, and, in some areas, the county sheriff. Once you choose your server, they will be responsible for physically handing over the documents to your spouse. These documents include copies of the forms you filed with the court, excluding any fee waiver forms, a blank response, and any other blank response forms related to additional papers filed. The server should record the location, date, and time of the service. This information is necessary for completing a proof of service form. Serving divorce papers can be particularly challenging when dealing with an uncooperative or hard-to-reach spouse. Strategies to handle such situations include contacting appropriate authorities in specific locations like jails, prisons, or military bases, and consulting with a lawyer for specialized circumstances. If the spouse refuses to accept the papers, the server may leave them nearby and clearly state their importance. For spouses who are seldom home, attempt delivery at various times. If these attempts fail, substituted service may be an option. This is when your server leaves the documents with another responsible adult at the respondent's home or workplace. For substituted service to be valid, your server must first try to deliver the papers in person multiple times, generally at least 3, at different times and days when your spouse is likely to be available. They must also make sure the substitute adult is 18 or over, and they must inform this individual about the nature of the documents and their intended recipient. Afterward, the server should mail a copy of the papers to your spouse at the location where the papers were left. Your server must also document every attempt to serve the papers, including dates, times, and outcomes. This declaration of diligence, signed under penalty of perjury, proves the diligent efforts made to serve the papers. While there's no standard form for this declaration, Form MC030 can be used. After serving, you must use the proof of service of summons, Form FL115, to document the service officially. Complete the case and court details on the form, enabling your server to fill in the section regarding the service's specifics, including how, when, and where the papers were served. The server's signature is required on this form. After completing the form, make a copy and file both the original and the copy at the court where you initiated the proceedings. The court will stamp and return the copy to you, which you should keep for your records. Serving your spouse is a prerequisite to moving your case forward. So, if you have a court date, be mindful of the deadline for serving your papers. For example, if you filed a request for order with your petition, you must serve all the papers at least 16 court days before the court date, unless the court ordered a different deadline, which may be the case if you have a court date for another reason. Once served, your spouse has 30 days to respond, after which you can proceed even without their response. By following these guidelines, you can secure a solid starting point for your case, paving the way for a clearer path through the subsequent stages of your legal journey. If you need a divorce attorney in Los Angeles or Orange County, California, don't wait. Call Jafari Law and Mediation Office today to secure your consultation and take the first step towards a fresh start.